It's no accident that sounds like you're leveling up in a video game. 48% of 18 to 29-year-olds have an online dating profile.
Make them work for it.
45% of people say they're more frustrated with this form of dating than hopeful.
There are so many people you can connect with.
Should I swipe right?
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong. Setting the record straight on dating apps. Everyday people telling everyday stories of the swipe right world with your host, Koss.
Well, I know he had a good time.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. Whenever you want to listen to us, we will be there for you, I promise. You want to listen to us when you wake up, you want to listen to us when you go to sleep, or anywhere in between, we are there for you. Welcome to the Swipe Wrong podcast. I am your host. I am that guy. I am Koss. Welcome to the #1 podcast amongst people who enjoy listening to podcasts while they sleep. We'll go with that. That sounds good. It sounds good. You know, it's that subliminal, hit that you're getting. Hopefully you guys are doing awesome. Listen, here's what we're going to say. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for making the show what it is. It keeps getting a little bit better, a little bit more each and every week. So check it out on YouTube. That's where you can take a look at all the faces that come across the show. We started doing that, I think, probably about a year ago. So we didn't get everything, but we've got most of the stuff. We probably missed like the first 13 episodes or somewhere 14 episodes. But the rest have been dropped to the YouTube channel along with a bunch of reels after reels after reels. So like, follow, subscribe, share, give us a call, 317-426-6616. We want to hear your story. We want to hear your dating stories, your everything stories. We want to hear it. We want to hear it all. So let us know. Email us at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. And we will be happy to respond and put you on the show. And of course, producer of the show, Jay Pelham, does an amazing job. And makes this all sound as awesome as it does. We're getting into part 2. We did part 1 here recently, and then I actually jumped on her show, Manders Mindset. We had a interesting, fun. She's so fun to talk to. I have a good time talking to her. But about the conversation of mindset and dating. My own personal journey with going from defeatist to optimism and how that kind of worked out for me. So if you want to check that out, definitely check out her show, Manders Mindset. She's just a lot of fun. She's such a cool girl to talk to. So without further ado, sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab your popcorn, put some caramel on it if you want to. And if you're in traffic, if you're in traffic, please do not hit that person next to you. And enjoy Before Things Get Awkward, part 2.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions or any entities they represent. This podcast is about dating experiences. It is not to say one dating app is better or worse than another.
Now that we've established that I need to go to Walmart and get these V8s for 83 cents. V8 energy drinks.
That's how you're starting this. Okay. That's
well,
how
we're going to have fun. I mean, I didn't realize how badly I kind of screwed up and did cut it a little short last week. But the best thing is I get to talk to you twice. So it's like Monopoly, bank error in my favor. And actually ends up being 3 times because we're going to talk tomorrow on yours, which I'm really looking forward to just talking the whole time. So.
Dead. No, I just have so many crappy dating stories that you had to hear more of them.
Yeah. Well, look, first of all, you're one of the funnest conversations I have. So I'll say we could talk about the weather if you want to. I mean, hell, we spent 10 minutes talking about buying a drink at Walmart and had a good time with that. So I'm totally down. It's whatever.
That is true. That is true. Well, thank you. I'm glad you had fun talking to me. I appreciate that.
No, it's my pleasure. It's been actually, well, I mean, I could keep giving you compliments and stuff, but I will as we keep going. So like, Like, I mean, yeah, we've talked about it. You get the energy drink in, get the pep going, you feel good. Tell me more shitty stories about, I mean, because that seems like what we're at. With all the shitty stories that we got on the dates, what's happening?
What's happening? Let's see. Well, I think I mentioned to you how I smoke weed. I'm not sure if I did.
Yes, you did. And okay, we're together. Simpatico.
So now wouldn't call myself a pothead, but I'll tell this to people, like to guys I'm going out with, like, because you either are for it, you might not be for it. Like, I'm just transparent is why I say, like, not saying you have to smoke weed with me, not saying you even have to smoke weed, but like, I feel like it's one of those things that like you should discuss earlier rather than like later. But I don't say it to be like, I'm going to smoke at your house, whatever.
Right.
Now, I went on a first date, met this guy on an app. Seemed great. We had fine conversations. We were talking, whatever. I had told him prior to meeting that like I smoke weed. No big thing. He does it, whatever. He smokes cigars. Cool.
Oh, wow.
You do you. I don't like, I'm not a judger, but I'm very transparent. Like, this is who I am. Like it or don't, like whatever.
Right.
We go to dinner. I met him. He was shocked that now I thought he was shocked at how I looked. He's like, I'm gorgeous. This is what I'm thinking. No, he was shocked I showed up. He didn't expect me to show up. And I'm
why?
Like, I don't know. We talked for about 10 minutes about how he was shocked that I showed up. And I was like,
I wonder why. That's interesting.
Okay. Then he gave me a long spiel about how I was not going to smoke at his house. I was not going to smoke inside his house. He doesn't smoke cigars inside his house. I don't know who I think I am thinking I'm going to smoke weed inside his house. And I'm like, now mind you, I did not say I was going to smoke weed in his house. He asked me if I ever smoke weed inside my apartment. I'm not going to lie to you.
Right.
You're a random ass man from the internet. First of all, I have nothing to prove to you. Second of all, yes, I've smoked weed in my apartment. And then he goes, you won't be smoking in my house.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I don't know that I'll ever be going to your house.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly. Wow. That's a little presumptuous that you'll be at his house.
I'm like, buddy, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes. I just ordered dinner. We had a little bit of conversation prior, but I'm like, this is what you're saying to me 20 minutes in?
Right.
And now I try to be my nice self. Okay. I'm very understandable about that. Like when I lived at my mom's house, but like when I was younger, I didn't smoke weed there. Like if whatever, like I don't just smoke weed wherever I go.
Right.
And he's like, I smoke cigars and I don't smoke them in my house. You shouldn't smoke weed in your apartment.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I am 25 years old being lectured about smoking weed by a 35-year-old fucking man. What has my life come to? What has my fucking life come to? My mother doesn't tell me I shouldn't be smoking weed in my apartment, but now I'm going to listen to this man tell me that I'm not going to smoke in his house and I shouldn't smoke in my own apartment. And I'm like, oh my God, maybe this is why he didn't expect me to show up. I was like 2 minutes late and he didn't expect me to show up because he's out there.
The more impressive thing is that you stayed. I mean, all right, I'd not be surprised that you showed up, but once you're there, like I'd have been surprised that you didn't just Irish goodbye him and get out of there. I mean, you talk about presumptuous. All right, he lectures you about, smoking in your house. That's your totally, it's your place. That's what your right to do is in your house. But then to think that you would actually do it in someone else's without their permission, or I mean, like. Dude's got
he had never even spoke about me going to visit him. This was the first time I met him. I'm like, buddy, I'm not telling you this for an invitation. I'm just like letting you know, like, this is who I am.
Right.
Like, you smoke a cigar every fucking night. It's kind of worthwhile to say that to the woman you're going on a date with. even if it doesn't lead to more, it's something you do enough that, like, let's be open. I'm not telling you you're not smoking your fucking cigar in my apartment.
Right. That's crazy though. Like it blows me away that how presumptuous about all of it that he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me too. So, the date didn't go well, it sounds like. Sounds like it could have gone a lot better.
It could have gone better.
Could have gone better. Yeah. Yeah. I guess so did you like stay the whole night, like walk to the car and awkward, no, I don't want to kiss you goodbye?
Yes. But I don't say no, I don't want to kiss you goodbye.
No. But did he go in and you just kind of like, I gotta go?
No, because I'm good. I make it, you can kind of tell that I'm not doing that. I'm just walking towards my car. It was great to meet you. Send me a text when you get home. I unlock the car and you get in quick. Get in the car quick.
That's fair. I had someone on my show once who kind of tried the same thing. And then when she turned around, she got in her car. He was in the passenger seat. It's like, what? I know, right? I'll see you later. Go, all right, bye. She gets in. I was like, oh, and she looks and like the door's opening and he's getting in the passenger seat.
That's why you got to lock it right away.
Right. It's not like you can't wait to start the car and have it automatically lock. You've got to click that shit over.
You have to click it right away. See, thumbs up. You got to click it right away. No, and I did that.
She does that now. Yeah.
The second I got in there, I'm like, I'll text me when you get home. And I awkwardly said that.
Yeah. Like, I'm changing my number, but text me when you get home. Yeah, totally.
I've learned you can't give the awkward hug because then that's how you get the kiss. So then I'm just like, text me when you get home. Drive safe.
Yeah, that's fair. Because then he's gonna go in. Oh my god. Was like the rest of the dinner just kind of like awkward vibe, or was there actually like some good conversation?
There was some good conversation, and like that conversation kind of like phased off, but he would like throw it in there at different things.
No shit, he'd go back to it.
Yes. We'd be talking about, I can't even remember, but I'd be talking about work, for example. And he'd be like, how soon before you go into work do you smoke weed? And I'm like,
what?
I don't calculate. I mean, I don't smoke weed before I go into work. I'm like, sometimes I smoke before I go to bed the night before. And I literally said to him, and I'm like, if you don't like weed, that's all fine and dandy. But I did tell you prior to meeting me, like, I don't consider myself a stoner. Like, I don't smoke every day, but like, I smoke weed a couple times a week. Like,
yeah,
this is just who I am. And he's like, oh, I'm not against weed at all. I used to smoke all the time. And I'm like, bro, you keep questioning my smoking habits. Like, what are we doing?
He sounds so enamored by it. Like, it sounds like it was like, I don't know. Like there's almost a hint of jealousy.
Maybe
maybe he's got a job where if he does, like, they have random drug test or something, and he's just like, I mean,
see, I don't know, because he couldn't, quote unquote, tell me what he did for work.
Oh, he's one of the
yes, I don't.
Wow, it's one of those jobs, which is either secret agent or unemployed. That's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, right. Yeah, not far off.
Oh, God.
It's so crazy though. I mean, like, so I'm thinking, sorry, let me get that out of there. So I'm thinking like the rest of the date probably was okay. Was the food at least good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. And then did you ever hear from him again?
Yes. And then I eventually just ghosted him and left it at that.
He wanted to go out again, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we've talked to a beautiful girl. I mean, I'm sure he's trying to get, you know what? I'm surprised he didn't. Hey, so can I get a hit? I'm surprised that didn't come out. Like, I'm surprised that didn't come out at all.
Like, he wanted to get a hit of weed?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised, like, at some point he didn't like, it's almost like, I don't know, like he was giving you such a hard time about it, but secretly he's like jealous and wanted to, try to smoke out with, like, I don't know. The mind is crazy. You know this.
I know. No, I know.
I mean, I could be completely wrong, which my ex-wife would have told you I was wrong all the time. So we'll call it even.
You have an ex-wife, so you've been married.
I have, yeah.
Once?
I've been married and divorced, and actually, she's still like my best friend. We just love each other differently now. So, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Have
It's
you only
like,
been married once?
yeah. No kids that I know of. So there's none of that.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
How long ago did you get divorced?
got divorced. I got divorced probably about. I guess we've been officially divorced for about 6 years. So, and I'll spend Christmas like she's got a son with somebody else, and they're not together, but I'll spend Christmas over there. He's like my nephew now, and she takes care of her niece, and she's like my niece. So it's all kind of like a different kind of family now. So like I'm not too
Mm.
big on like I believe that we are with people for a reason, and when things end, as long as there's no real big betrayal, cheating, or whatever, sometimes things just end because organically they can end. But you could still keep yourself in a good place with those people too. That's what we tried to do. So that's how it worked
That's a
out.
good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
I mean, nobody cheated. If somebody cheated, then we probably would have cut each other's throats or something. I don't know. Not literally. I mean, come on. I mean, we would have yelled at each other for you can't smoke in my house or something. But you spend enough time with somebody, like if you can just like keep in mind of the good that happened, and even though there was fallout, even though like maybe you can't get back to it, maybe there was things that we could have done differently, but we didn't, and life kind of takes its course, right? And things happen for us, not to us.
I like that perspective. They happen for us and not to us.
Yeah, because if you look back, even when you're going through your roughest time and you get back out of that, you can kind of look back and go, okay, all right, now maybe I'm in a better spot now than I was even before this happened. So it's hard to see there, but that I will bring more to your talk tomorrow. Because
Okay.
that's the mindset piece, right? That you and I talk, or that you probably hit on. Well, all right. So, like, how did you get to doing a mindset podcast?
How did I get to doing a mindset
Yeah, it was
podcast?
like I know. Here's what I'm passionate about. Where did it come from?
So, couple things. For probably about 2 years, I was someone who I would just post on my either Instagram or my Snapchat on the stories, just talking about what I thought kind of was random shit that happened
Uh-huh.
in my life.
Okay.
One of my friends used to tell me, "You're like a motivational speaker." I'm like, "Bitch, no, I'm not." Then I got certified in breathwork, and I was a big talker there. Like I always had something to fucking say. Whether even if I didn't have a question, I always had a comment. Like he could be explaining something, and I'd be like, this is why what he's saying is right." And halfway through the training, the instructor was like, "Manders, you should start a podcast." And I was like, "Yes, I should. But you got to be a guest." And
Oh, that's cool.
then I was like, "Okay, here we go.
No shit.
Here I am."
Yeah. You'd say 6 months? Is that how long you've been doing it? I forget.
9 months.
9 months. Okay. Okay. That's cool. And how much do you think you've changed from day one to now?
How much has it changed?
Like, has your perspective grown a little bit? Is your, or maybe none at all?
No, yeah, my perspective has grown a lot, and I've learned more about everything in general, about different
Yeah.
modalities, about a lot about words, the power of our words, the
Yeah.
power of our thoughts, the power of what we say, how one word can mean multiple things.
Yeah.
That's still mind blowing to me. All the fucking word shit. Words are
Yeah.
just wild. But yeah.
No, that's pretty awesome. There was something I threw on Facebook. I do every now and then. It's a Bruce Lee quote about your body doesn't know the difference between saying something
Yes.
bad. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about, right? I'll try to find the quote, but but it's
Your body doesn't know the difference between real and imaginary.
yeah. And if you're saying something just negative, it's the energy that comes out that your body kind of absorbs. And I'll try to find it real quick too. But and then there's this other thing that was done like with water. I think it was actually with ice, or maybe turned to ice when like happier music was played. The water actually had a different cellular formation than it did if, let's say, death metal was played or something along those lines, because it's all energy that can kind of come through and change just and we're all cellular down to a level. So I don't know. It makes it all super interesting to me that there it is. Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and cast spells. That is why it's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. What you're not changing, you are choosing. That was the Bruce Lee quote.
Yes.
That's pretty dope.
Yes. Preach. I love that.
Yeah. So it's good. I mean, it's true. Like I really believe like when you put out there, if it's not optimism and positivity, then you're gonna feel more down in the dumps. You're gonna be sick more often. You're just gonna be in a silly. But I don't even just my belief. I don't even play like I know it all on TV. So I'll just roll with that. But I laugh a lot, so it helps. But in this case, we can laugh at the date that you had. That's for sure.
That is true.
I mean, with your mindset going into some of these dates, you kind of got to walk away just kind of laughing and going like, this guy is nuts. But good thing you're not like, I don't know, just see it through a bad perspective, I guess.
That's true.
Like you can learn, say, all right, I'm not gonna get myself in that situation again.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily know that you're gonna get in that situation again.
No, that's fair.
I didn't think he was gonna be crazy weed man. Like I didn't know that. Do I know if there's gonna be another crazy picture man? I don't know. I don't know. That's a chance you're taking.
Well, I hope there's another crazy picture, man. Your mom needs another picture. Come on.
I told her the other day, I was like, I mentioned you on a podcast about how this is your wallpaper. And she's like, I forget that's where it came from because he's my crazy photo date man. He's not
right.
crazy photo date man.
Right. It's like, mom, evidently need more pictures. I'll try to find another crazy guy who does nothing but takes pictures. Yeah. Voyeurs are us. That's what I'm looking for. Voyeurs are us. Oh gosh. Do you have many like just dates where you're like, all right, that was cool. All right, I like that one. That one was all right.
No. And most of the first dates, there's something that it's like, bro, this is date one. Like, why are you saying like the weird thing? Say that to me on date 3, bro. Like, right. Date 1. Well, I've been speaking to you for 20 minutes. Like, what?
Right.
Like, then there's the fucking guy who he started his mornings pretty early because he worked in construction.
Okay.
Now, I go to the gym early in the mornings. Well, we spoke almost the whole fucking dinner about how that is my choice and I am choosing to wake up early in the morning and start my day and have that long of a day. He's not choosing that because his job starts that early. So some people who are forced to work early in the morning have it much harder than me who chooses to go to the gym in the morning.
That was his take? For real?
I wasn't complaining. I was having conversation. And that was basically all we talked about. Then he told me about his best friend who, he works 2 jobs. And that's why he gets up even earlier because he's got a son, But this isn't a choice for him. It's a choice for me. I don't have to be going to the gym at that hour. And I'm like, buddy, how is this fucking affecting you? If I go to the gym at 5 a.m., you might not ever see me again. Like, why?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So they're not like, oh my God, I'm going to like be in harm's way. But they're like, buddy, I've known you for like maybe an hour. Why are we having this conversation today?
There's so much like I don't like about that though. There's like what I don't like about it, like if we're having that conversation and I got to get up at 5 to go to work, but you're choosing to get up at 5 to go to the gym. that almost shows more dedication than me. Like I'd be like, props to you, as opposed to like the scolding that it sounded like you got. Like you're choosing to get up early. You're like rise and grind is a real thing, because it's not like you're not going to work later on and working.
Yes. But because I work a 9 to 5, and I'm not working 5 to 5 like this man in construction,
But you are working 5 to 5 because you're getting up early and you're going to the gym. You're working on yourself, and then you're working on a job that pays you monetarily. You're working on your mind, body, and soul. And then, like, he just does, like, because you're swinging a hammer all day, bro. I mean, like, what's the difference between a hammer and dumbbells? Come on.
I should have said that. That's a good one.
But, like, for real, like, you are putting in, like, all in all, you're putting in work. He's putting in work, but you're putting in work. You don't have to. He does. So, oh man.
Yeah. I've had a lot of first dates that it's like, buddy, I can maybe understand why you would have this conversation with somebody you're dating, but not on date 1.
Right. Or just a conversation. Like, it sounds like, I swear to God, both guys want to put you in timeout.
Yes.
Right?
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, my mother has never been this strict with me. Like, I've had a pretty lax childhood. I'm not going to listen to a fucking man tell me fucking no. No.
Yeah. Good on you. Good on you, for real. Like, I love, like, there's a, like, well, I'll hit on this tomorrow when we talk to, but the motivational mindset, like, one of The Rock talks about it all the time. Like, he turns his clock, like, if he's got to be on set at 6, he'll wake up at 2 a.m. to get 2 workouts in before he actually starts his day. You're doing the same thing. You are. I mean, like, it's great. Like, it's phenomenal. It's like you're putting in the work. You could totally sleep in. You could roll out of the rack at 8:30 and then, throw your hair up, do whatever you got to do, get to work at 9, or if you work from home or whatever, and then get home at 5 and then, bond the rest of the night. But oh, you're grinding and you're podcasting. So, I mean, like, they should just all be like, props to you, because that's some good ass shit. I don't know.
No, that's true.
Yeah, damn right, it's true. Yeah, damn right. Yeah, take that. And say, you're like, damn right, it's true. I work my fucking ass off. That's what you should be saying. Oh, shit. You're fun. I'm glad we're talking. I'm so, like, I felt like such a chump. I'm like, I totally misread it. I was like, oh, she didn't have anything else to talk about. Okay. And then sometimes I will just cut it that way because it's almost an organic ending. And then you're like, wait, I had more. I'm like, oh, shit. So sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Oh, you the apology.
No, you're good.
No, it's but these are interesting though, because it almost sounds like it's the, like, almost like they're defensive. Like, they're almost like both these guys are just defensive, like, in their own way, and almost like saying the way I do it is better than the way you do it, as opposed to, hey, this is all good. We're all kind of here together figuring it out.
Yeah. Which is, it's just like, I'm a very honest person. Like, whether we're friends, whether we're going on a date, whatever, like, this is who I am. This is my deal. This is what I'm about. Like, I got nothing to hide. That's just, like, how I am. And it's like, I'm not sharing, like, not saying I'm oversharing and I'm going to tell you my fucking life story on, like, date 1, but, like, certain things about me, like, for example, like, even the weed, because some people, they consider it a drug and they consider it this huge whatever. Like, if you're against weed, I'm not the girl for you to date. You know what I mean? Which is fine. We can have our differences and we could even be friends, but I'm not the girl for you to date.
Right.
And I'm just have fun about that. But same thing with the gym. Like, if me going to the gym early morning, like at least 5 days a week is gonna bother you, again, I'm not the girl for you. Like, I had a different boyfriend and he was my actual fucking boyfriend, but we met online, and I'll never forget this. This was slowly twisted when fucking stuff got to the end. But he said to me, if you're going to go to the gym in the morning, you should probably just not sleep over tonight. And I was like, why? And he was like, because if you're going to get up that early and leave, what's the point of you spending the night? Now, this man, again, I've been a paralegal most of my life, so most of my jobs I've never started earlier than 8:30. Even though I'd love to do like a 7 to 3, This man's like, yeah, just don't sleep over. He starts in his day at 7 a.m. So what difference does it make if I am waking up at 4:30 when you have to be up not much later than 6 anyway, because you got to drive 30 minutes to start your job at 7 o'clock?
That makes no sense.
He wouldn't let me sleep over.
That makes no sense. Like none at all. Like you're
I'm
not waking him up too early to start his day.
I know. And I'm like, bro, what? And he's like, we're going to see each other different. He's like, I'll see you a different night. Or you can skip the gym. Well, I didn't sleep over. I said, okay, peace, bye. See you when I see you.
I don't get that, man. I don't get that at all. Like, I don't know. Out of all the guys I know, they would, and like, if they were going to date a girl who was going to the gym at 5 a.m., that would be the biggest turn on, period. One, you're in shape, you're fit, you care about your fitness, you care about your health, you care about all that. I mean, all right, what are you going to do? I know what I'll do. At 8 o'clock, I'll just start eating Oreos. Would that be okay? That'll be cool. I mean, I don't, these guys blow me away. Like, who, like, that's what people want. Or I guess maybe that's what I would want. Fitness. Yes. That's sexy. Jeez. Hang on. Don't sleep over, you in shape, good looking, in tune woman. That's okay. Just, I'm going to sleep with the stuffed animal.
We were boyfriend and girlfriend at this point. This was probably at least 5 months into our relationship. And I'm like, dude, did my boyfriend really just fucking tell me? And he's like, just skip it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna. So yeah, we broke up probably 3 months later.
That's what I was gonna ask. How much longer did it last?
It wasn't that much, not much.
Yeah.
Maybe 3, maybe.
Yeah. Cool. So all right. So if you're not staying over as much, sex has to slow down. I mean, it may not stop, obviously, but slow down. And then it takes a degree of intimacy away and fun for that matter. Right. Mm-hmm. So then you're kind of like, okay, this is unsupportive. Sucks. Yeah.
Yep. And then going forward, I always have it in the back of my head, because he had even made the comment, well, if you're going to wake up that early and disturb me, I'd rather you not spend the night. So now I'm thinking in my head going forward, if I wake up for the gym, am I disturbing him by spending the night and waking up for the gym?
Right.
And it's like, buddy, even more so though, it's not like he could fucking sleep. I'm somebody who really thinks like the logistics of everything. And I'm like, because I was bitching about this at the time, because I'm like, he can't fucking sleep anyway. He has to be to fucking work for 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So what is, like, bro? So you can roll out of bed and then start.
He's not getting up much late. Like, what, maybe a half hour later than when you left? Maybe at most. I mean, but probably would want to get up at the same time to, I don't know, have some coffee and kind of slow roll the day and get the day going.
Right?
That just sounds, I mean, unless there was something else, that just sounds like he just didn't think it through. That's it. You know what? I'll say it for you. His loss. 100%. Totally.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, come on. Oh, I broke up with her because she went to the gym too early. Okay. All right. Cool. That's smart, bro.
Too early.
Too often and 5 days. She had this dedication for fitness, being in shape, and which, excuse me, but also ends up being extremely sexy. But you're just like, okay, yeah, it didn't work for me. All right, go. You should meet your next girl at Golden Corral. That'll work. She ain't getting up at 5 for the gym. I promise you that. Promise you.
I'm dead. If you don't want your woman waking up at 5 a.m. for the gym, find her at Golden Corral.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, take 2 trays and actually slide one in front of her and see if she wants, and then boom, match made in heaven. You're good to go. That's the move. That's the Golden Corral move right there.
Is that the better way to meet people?
If you're not looking for somebody who's in shape, I guess. Yeah, totally. You're like, all right, if she's got a fork in each hand, or whatever you're into, then that's the one for you. That is the non-gym going to Joey Chestnut kind of guy, girl, whatever. Oh, girl,
Where's the place for the gym level like me that meets the crazies online? Where's
Right.
the place for me?
Jamba Juice. Yeah. You want to go to any like a tropical smoothie. You want to go somewhere like that. That's where you want to go.
That's where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go somewhere there. They're getting their smoothies. So they're, I can't pronounce it right. Aussie eyeball.
I don't know how to pronounce
Yeah.
it
A
either.
Kai ball. I don't know. I could say it 3 different ways. They all were probably wrong. You're like, oh, that's the one. That's the one right there. There you go. See, I got you. You get 2 bowls. All right, here you go. So get it all figured out. Dating thing. I got it all. That's why it's so messed up.
Oh my God.
Or
Okay.
you can find somebody who gets their diet energy drink for 83 cents and just know that might be the one too. Oh man, you're so fun. I enjoy
Oh
it.
my gosh. Thank
Well,
you. This has been so much fun. I've loved this.
totally. Now, I don't want to cut you off early. So I want to make sure, is there anything else to share before you tell everybody where to find you again? Because these will be playing on 2 different weeks. So I want to make sure they catch you wherever and all that too. So
Anything else you want any more? We want app stories. Is that what you're looking for?
oh, I'll take one of those. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. I can take one of those.
That's what you want, an app.
Oh no,
story?
I don't want to cut you off like I felt like I did last week early. I don't want to do that again. Like there's no way. If you've got more to share, I've got more to listen to and more to make fun of with you.
You're adorable. Oh my God. But do you want to hear about dating apps? Or is that the only types of dates you're looking to hear about?
No, you can tell me any of the in the wild dates too.
Well, you can. No, what do you in the wild is person, correct?
In the wild is you didn't meet them on the apps.
Oh, so it's anywhere.
Anywhere,
That's just
yeah,
not
that's
apps.
cool. Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's your
So what do you
world.
call it if you meet somebody on social media? Is that the wild?
That's incredibly wild. Yeah. That's the jungle right there.
Oh, that's the jungle.
That could be the jungle. We could call that the jungle for sure. Yeah. It hasn't been named yet. It seems like, so the apps, you're meeting them on the apps. You don't meet them on the apps. It's in the wild. But I think if you meet them on social media, we could just call that in the jungle because that's how it feels.
Why does it feel like the jungle?
Social media, look, how many times are that? Look, you do a podcast. Tell me there's not like you get trolled every now and then, the comment, like it's all kind of social media trolling can kind of feel like the jungle sometimes, right?
I'm
No?
very naive.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, hopefully it's nothing but butterflies and rainbows, but that's a jungle too.
I met my married boyfriend on Instagram.
Your married boyfriend. Tell me about your married boyfriend.
He was wonderful at first. I didn't know he was married until he was my boyfriend for 2 months. And I thought we were going to get married and it was going to be like the best thing ever.
Oh, that's cool though. That's cool. And then you
It
found
was
out he
not
was
cool.
married.
Yes. It was not cool for me. It was not cool at all.
It was cool in the beginning until you found out that there was the whole marriage thing. That's awful. That is awful.
It was awful. It was awful.
I saw a meme. I don't know if I told you already or not, but I saw a meme that said there is no guy is nicer to you than a guy who hasn't had sex with you yet. That was the meme. So I was like, I don't know if that hits home or not, but
That is true.
yeah, okay. All right. That's what scared me a little bit. I'm like, all right.
It's true. I saw a meme once, and I thought you were going to reference this, but it said something along the lines of, "Be careful meeting people online." This guy told me he lives in a gated community, and he met person. And I shared that on my Snapchat story after this incident with my married boyfriend, as I call him, and I'm like, guys, I could have met somebody worse.
You could have.
Yeah.
You're married. How long were you talking to your married boyfriend, by the way?
Oh, how much of the story you want? We talked for a little bit. I even kind of lived with him for a little bit.
Did you really? Oh shit. Let me shut up and listen.
Yeah, the wife did not live there. They were not married out of quote unquote love. So that's why he didn't say anything, because it wasn't for love. So yeah.
Yeah.
But legality-wise, he still had a fucking wife
How did you
that he
find
did
out?
not tell me about.
How'd you find out?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
one day he wasn't there and his Apple Watch was, and I looked at it, and yeah,
No kidding. Oh,
yeah,
wow. That's a hell of a way to find out. That's a hell of a shocker, right?
yeah, I
Jesus.
yeah. And
I'm
then
sorry, that sucks.
yeah, it wasn't great. Wasn't
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like the fact that you were treated so well in the beginning. It just sucks that it happened to be some dude that was already married. Go figure, right? Why couldn't
Mhm.
Cigar Guy be so cool?
I love that too. We come up with code names. I don't. You see, I always thought this was a woman thing, but like all these different guys, you got crazy photo man.
Yeah.
You've got cigar man. Like
Yeah.
I've got crazy basketball man. Like
Yeah.
there's a name, there's a lingo, and
Yeah.
do you do that with the crazy women in your life, or even whip past women in your life? Is that a guy thing too?
Yeah, yeah. There's that. Yes, actually, me and actually two of my buddies, like one of my buddies, everybody's got a name, whether they're cool or not cool. Like it could be as simple as horse mom because she had a horse and she was a mom. I don't know. So yeah, like it's never their names. It's never like, hey, Janice in accounting. It's horse mom. You're just like, okay, all right. I mean, if that's how you're gonna remember it, I mean, like if you're having sex with her, you're saying her name. Is it horse mom or is it Jan? No, I mean, not like anybody does that, but just let's just spin it even further. But yes, there is always names like that.
Really? I didn't know if that was
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah.
a universal thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of there's a girl who I'm friends with who uses everybody's first name all the time, and she'd be like, "Mike did this," and be like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" But if she said horse mom, I'd have known. So it helps me too.
That's fair. No, that's
You
fair.
know, so it works for me. All
No,
right.
that's true.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough out there, girl. It is, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
it is.
When you find the good
But
ones, they're married.
I think you learn from each of them. I've learned something from almost everything.
From when you dated in the beginning to how you date now, do you think you kind of go about it different?
I mean, even each person I've met, like
Yeah.
even if it's been one date, there's been stuff I've learned. You
You,
know, like I think you take away from everybody you meet.
yeah, I would say that. You have some friends from them, like people that just didn't click with, but you still talk to?
Ironically enough, so I'm not gonna name a name, but one dating app, I met this man and we clicked so well. We never ended up going on a date right away, and we became like best friends.
That's cool. That's awesome.
We ended up meeting like 2 years later. We made out, but nothing else really happened post that, and we don't tell anybody we met on a dating app. We've been friends for years, and nobody just
Yeah.
knows how we met.
That's cool though. That's really cool. I mean, that's awesome. That's I definitely have a good handful of friends that I've met on dating apps where you're just like,
Really?
yeah, it just I don't know. Maybe there wasn't any. I don't know. It wasn't the right time for a relationship, but like I'll go to lunch with some, catch up with some, just how you been, what's going on in your world, and hear about the dates back and forth. So it's everyone's on the same crazy journey. It's just sometimes it's not the total connection, but still a little connection.
That's true.
Yeah. Same thing with what we talked about, mindset and perspective, right? Yeah, I mean, unless
Everything comes back to that.
Look,
Everything is your mindset. Everything.
there's no doubt that your happiness, your perspective is the remote control to your happiness. There's no doubt to that.
Your perspective is the remote control to your happiness.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's if you have that, which you do, and you're all about, yeah, your happiness will be there. I mean, be a miserable SOB if you just see that everything's bad and that's going on.
That's true. That's
So,
true. And even though I didn't have the best experience with my married boyfriend, he
Love
it's
that.
also so funny to say.
I know, right?
Every time I say that to somebody, they laugh and they're like, wait, what did you say? You're married? Yeah, my married boyfriend. Like, don't you know? Like, my married boyfriend. We go way back.
Right.
But even at that, like, I learned so much from him. Like, he showed me more love than I've experienced from most men in my life, which is also fucking crazy. But at the same time, I learned, like, well, I don't want a man who has a wife that's other than me. Like, learn certain ways and certain things I want and to experience, you know? Certain things you don't want to experience. You learn from all of it.
That's the I had you kind of like, hey, this is how I want to be loved. Like this is what I'm looking for. I didn't know I was looking for this, but since I've kind of gotten a taste of it, this would be like, and now if they don't treat me this way, they're gone.
Married man is also the purple flowers man.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I know.
He had I guess stupid wife in the way. Gosh. Silly. Silly polygamy. Gosh. Oh shit. That was a good one. I'm glad I stayed for that one. All right. Send out your socials. Let people know where they can find you.
Social media. Instagram is at the Breathing Goddess. YouTube is that, as well as TikTok. You can find me on Facebook, Amanda Russo. Also have a link tree. That's the Breathing Goddess. You can search up Manders Mindset on anywhere you listen to your podcast. Not as funny, but we'll shift your mindset a little bit. Yeah.
Personality, just total personality and engagement. And then sure, it's plenty funny, but it's more as engaging as you are. Oh, it's a good listen. I guarantee it.
Well, thank you so much for having me back.
No, I'm so sorry that I misunderstood, but it totally, like, I don't know, it really is Monopoly bank error in your favor, because I'm glad we had another conversation for, I don't know, probably just as long and just even more fun. And I can't wait to do it again tomorrow.
Me too. Sounds great.
Thank you for being along for the ride on the Swipe Wrong podcast. The show is produced by Jay Pelham. You want to reach out to us? We want to hear your story. 317-426-6616. Make sure to text, leave a voicemail. We'll get back to you. Shoot us an email at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. We are on Facebook, Insta, Twitter, YouTube. We are definitely out there. I am the host of the show. My name is Koss. And please make sure to take a listen to us next week, because the saga, it continues.